Hey there, my name is Jess and welcome back to the channel. So we pick up with T and Rob again. So T and Rob are like working out with each other. Of course, he's looking through the cameras. Obviously, he's looking at her in the camera or whatever. But now they on FaceTime. And they doing like this like little working out and stuff. So then Rob asked her to meet his mom to try to have like a better relationship. I guess like mend their relationship. And apparently mom doesn't like her because Rob had asked T to send her some money, his mom some money, and then he kind of went back on his word and was like, okay, no, get it back. Which I'm still a little confused by that whole situation because I'm like, okay, he sends her $500, but then it's like he says he comes back later, maybe a few hours later, saying, okay, no, get it back. And it's like, why? It's something that still doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. Maybe they was. It doesn't make sense. But anyway, her and the mom did not like it. She was very upset with him and upset with her about that. And they haven't spoken since then. Interesting. Very interesting. So then we're gonna move on to Joey and Michael. So Joey is like, he's still afraid to like send in the Photoshop pictures, and he finally sends it in because he feels like, what if I get caught? Like, what are they gonna do to me? Honestly, I would have never did it, but that's just me. I'm not Joey, nor am I Michael, thank God. So I probably would never did it because I'm scary like that. When it comes to stuff like that, I don't do that. But hey, you want to see your man? I guess you're gonna do what you need to do. That's just, I could do it anyway. So Michael sees the picture and he was like, oh, you used that one? Like, it just looks so fake and stuff. And I'm like, why would you tell him that? He was already skeptical about sending in the picture, and now you're saying this, which makes him feel a little bit more uneasy. So then we see Michael, we know Michael is going to meet Joey's mom tomorrow, and Joey's is like, Michael's like, is your parents or is your mom, are they going to be hard on me? And he's like, yeah, my mom might be hard on you or whatever, but it's expected, I guess. So then they talk about, this is interesting, they talk about like the prison and body count. I guess like prison count and then you have body count. That's interesting. He was like, oh yeah, I've had like in prison like 6-7 people, but out in the world it's like, in the freedom world it's like over 100. It's like, what? Really? Are they all men out in the freedom world? And then like, to me, 6 to 7 people in prison is a lot, but then I guess it's not a lot because he's been in and out of jail for like 15 years. So I don't know, it just seems pretty interesting. So then he talks about he says something along these lines, and it kind of makes me feel like Michael is not going to change, because he says like he doesn't know how Joey goes to work and then go home and then go to bed, and like he's not, like, how do you, like, I don't see how you do it. And it's like, what do you mean? This is like a normal thing. This is what people do. And so Joey is like, he's not used to that. Or Michael is like, he's not used to that. He's like used to prison or whatever. We see, because you've been in and out for 15 years, And so Michael wants Joey to kind of be easy on him, and he feels like he'll like I guess like be like go easy on him. And he's like, yeah, because Joey's like, I'm not gonna do this again, like this in and out of prison thing. And Michael's like, yeah, you will. You'll do it again with me. What? Did I hear that right or did I hear that wrong? Because I'm like, sir, how dare you? Like this, and this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if he's going to be able to change. I don't know if he wants to change, because why would you say something like that if you're not going to want to put in the change? You're not going to put in the work to change? Okay, all right. Joey, I just don't think, yeah. So then we meet a new couple, Shantae and True. So True has been in prison for 12 and a half years. They met through Shantae's stepbrother friend. I guess Shantae saw what she liked. She like, hey, I like that man. He look like he's the real thing. He's the true thing, okay? He's true for me. So she wanted him and she got him. They've never seen each other in person, just pictures. So, which is interesting to me, because I was like, well, wait a minute. I thought that he was in the car or something and she saw him, but I guess I was tripping. So Shantae wants to open up a restaurant, and True was like, he wants to do it with her. Well, of course he wants to do it with her. Of course he does. She spent, and y'all, we found this out, she spent a total of $30,000 on True. I'm like, what are y'all doing? I guess it goes for like on their books and stuff, but my God, $30,000. You got Andrew spending between like $12,000 to $15,000 on Candace, and you spent $30,000 on, what the heck? Do I need to go to jail for somebody to spit? I'm like, my goodness. And then y'all, she moved to Missouri to be with him since he'll be on parole. So she has a house in Kansas. It's up for sale right now, but she's still spending like $5,000 a month. What do you do for a living? That's what I need to know. Okay? What do you do for a living? Well, you then put your house up for sale and move to Missouri so you can be with him, and you still spending $5,000, girl. And you know what? Her friend was like the only one that was kind of making sense. She's like, well, I hope he made the sacrifices for you that you doing for him, right? I mean, it really ain't much he can do right now. So, but when he get out, because the friend was like, it just seems like, I mean, we don't know what's gonna happen when he gets out. He's gonna come home, be with you, just only you, or is he just using you? And then when he get out in the free world, he gonna be like, all right, peace, Shantae. It was nice knowing you. Thank you for the $30,000. Thank you, but your services are no longer required. You know. So, and apparently, True and her are engaged. But we'll see. We'll see how it's gonna go when he gets out. So, she said it was romantic how he did it. Now, I ain't the one to be raining on nobody's parade. And, you know, if you feel like this is romantic for you, then that's fine. Because, girl, I don't have a man. I don't have no ring on my finger. So, who am I? Okay? Who am I? She said that he was on the phone with her and says that she have to, he said, I got to ask you a question. And then her son gets on his knee. And then True asks, will you marry me? And she was like, it was just so romantic because he knows how I like it. And I'm like, okay. Well, you like it. I love it. There we go. Whoop, there it is. Do your thing, big baby. So then, apparently, True has never been with a black girl. And this is what I'm like, okay. He hasn't been with a black girl. And I would have never said this on TV, okay? But she was like, yeah, he never been with a black girl. And the friend was like, why? Because he think we're ratchet or ghetto and stuff. And she was like, yeah, because he says that we're ghetto, we're ratchet, and all that other good stuff. And I'm like, okay, True, your mama is black. First of all, I would have never been with this man. Because of that. He said he don't date black girls because of this. So why are you with me? Are we not using our critical thinking skills here to think about this? Why are you with me if you say you don't date black girls? Because we're all of this. But you're with me. I'm black, right? And is your mama ghetto and ratchet? Is your grandma ghetto and ratchet? Or your aunties ghetto? Because to sit up here and say that black girls are this, not all black girls are ghetto. Not all black girls are ratchet. Okay? I hate when black men say that, but that's a whole different discussion for another day. We're not going to get into it, but we will get into this. Why are you with her if you feel like you don't date black girls? It doesn't make any sense to me. And so, you know, her friend even says, like, you know, why the switch up then? Are you using her when you get what you want and then you're going to leave? They just want to make sure she's going in with her mind and not just her heart. And to me, it sounds like she's just going in with her heart, because there's no way I feel like you should be with a man that sit up here and says this stuff about black women, and yet here he is with you. And to me, it does sound like he is using her. He using her, okay? Anyway, so then we go on to Andrew and Candace. So Andrew's over there showing us like all the bags and stuff he get for Candace or whatever. And then he goes to zip the bag up, and then the tab come off. It came off clean, okay? I'm like, that has to be fake. There has to be a fake bag, a fake Louis, because that thing came out clean as a baby's bottom. So then, you know, we going along on his drive. He done packed the stuff up, and he is headed to Vegas. And along the way, his drive, I guess she likes like little roadside stuff, because he stops along the way and buy her all this stuff. And I'm like, here you go, spending all this unnecessary money. Then you buy her all these, I'm using air quotes, luxury bags. One of them, bro, you're gonna have to pay to get that fixed. But yeah, he's spending so much money, but he don't care. He's in love, y'all. He is in love. He don't care about all of that. So then, you know, Candace, you know, she plans on staying in Nevada until she can get her son, because apparently her ex has her son and she wants her son, so she plans on staying there. But Andrew is like, you know, I'm hoping she's willing to relocate within 6 to 7 months. If she don't, I'm gonna be sad, because in her dating profile it says she's willing to relocate. Well, that's a discussion y'all gonna have to have when she gets out, right? So then, you know, he's like, you know, I'm just ready to love on her. I am just ready to put this ring on her finger. I'm just ready for her to be my wife. Because I think Andrew has been married twice, I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, he's been married before, for sure. So then we move on to Joey and Michael. So Joey and Michael, Joey's family and him, they gather around and they're, I'm sorry, they didn't gather around. They're talking like his family feels like he shouldn't be around Michael because they're both two addicts. And that's the same thing I was saying. I'm like, it just doesn't make any sense. And they're afraid that he's going to go back to that. And they feel like Michael is a huge red flag because he is a repeat offender. I said the same thing. I agree with both of them. Unless they're both willing to get help and stay getting treatment, you know. But to me, it doesn't feel like Michael wants to change. But that, you know, I could be wrong. And I hope I'm wrong. So then, you know, they're meeting with Michael or whatever, and Michael tells the family that they met on Grindr. And Joey's dad, he's really trying, you know, to be nice and stuff. And because apparently Michael, I guess he used to be in the military. He's like, oh yeah, you got the military cut, you know, I like you already. You know, Joey's dad really just trying to be supportive or whatever. But they actually gave him a break. They said they gave him a break because, like, not grilling Michael so much because they love their son or whatever. But Joey's dad says, like, that has to be awkward, like, to meet in prison, like, through video chat. And that's the same thing. It was kind of a little awkward for me, like, you know, it's like, what do you do? It seems like, it's honestly, they just all seemed awkward to me. They seem like this is a weird way to meet my son's boyfriend, you know? But then Joey tells his dad, or he tells his family, he be putting like $50 a week on his books. And they're like, what are you doing for 50? Like, why are you putting $50 a week? Like, and I think his dad or somebody said, you can't afford that. I was like, dang, sheesh. But $50 a week, that goes far. I'm like, shoot, give me $50 a week. I'd be happy. So his brother feels like he might be doing other things with the commissary, okay? Because he said he puts $50 on his books or whatever. So he feel like he might be doing other things with his commissary. You know, who knows what he be doing? Who knows what really goes on in that jail, okay? We hear one thing, but we don't know what Michael be in there doing. Michael could be a pod daddy. Let me stop. But anyway, so then it comes out. His sister tells the family that that Joey had relapsed with Michael. Boom! I was like, what? Y'all, it was crazy. But we're going to come back to that in just a second because it moved on to Ayanna and Jamal. So Ayanna has to go to jail for either 2 weeks or 3 months, right? And apparently she had mentioned that they can't talk to other prisoners unless you call them on three-way. But then again, that's kind of risky too because you can get caught by doing that. So she's worried about like her kids. She's like, I can't be away from my babies. And I'm just like, girl, you should have thought about that before you decided to go and do the things that she was doing. But here we are. And I ain't saying that we all perfect. We all make mistakes, but come on, man. So then she goes to these anger management classes, and she said she knows she has anger issues. I know that's the first step. Admit it. You know, I accept that. So then she starts to explain to the social worker to the social worker about her situation, like the charges and stuff like that. And she says that she don't have an anger problem, but have an attitude problem. But I was like, but girl, you just said you got anger issues. I think it's both, honestly. So then she's kind of opened up more about, she said she feel like she's the black sheep in her family, and she has like mental issues, like not having her dad made her the way that she is, and it affected her, which could be true. You know, I feel like not having, sometimes with people not having a parent, a parent to guide you like you need to, it can affect you. She searched for that. She's searching for that, like not having her dad. She's searching for that in other men, and which is a thing as well. So I can see what she means by saying it. But then during during her session, she gets a call from her lawyer. And she was like, and he said that instead of having, you have court on the 7th instead of the 8th, the judge had changed the date or whatever. And she was like, well, that, she was like, my mom is going to take me. I would have to see, because she took off for that day. And I have to see if she can, I guess, like make up and do that day. But then she was like, that was also my visitation day. And I'm like, okay, well, who was taking you to visitation, or were you taking yourself to visitation? But I think like in terms of somebody taking her to for what you call it, that's why I guess she was gonna take her to the visitation to see her man, and then her mom was gonna take her to court just in case, I guess, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, so she got to figure that out, and then apparently she haven't seen Jamal in like 3 years, so I guess that's why it was very important for her to go see him that day, because she about to go away, and he about to get out, and she ain't seen him in 3 years. So she has a lot on her mind, and she just feel like she just has to be superwoman, and she's just always on the go. She don't cry. She does not have time to show or express her emotions, and her social worker was trying to tell her like, no, you need to cry. It's okay to cry. So anyway, move on to Joey and Michael again. Okay. So remember, Joey had relapsed, and he had relapsed 5 months ago with Michael. Y'all. And it was the weekend before he went to jail, and it was the needles. And his dad, oh my gosh, I felt his dad's pain, because he was like, that hurt my heart to hear this. They were shocked to hear this, okay? And Michael's brother crying, the dad is like, he tearing up, and he's like, this hurts my heart to hear, son. Like, this hurts. You've come so far. Because apparently, remember, he was sober. He was sober for like 12 years, and then he had relapsed again. So then it finally came back out. This time around, he relapsed again. And, he said that he shut them off at that time. And he was like, this is what addiction to do to you. It'll make you feel like you're alone, like you're lonely. Because he said he felt lonely. And he said addiction does that. It makes you feel like you're alone. And I feel so bad. I feel bad for Joey too. Like, I feel bad for both of them. Like, to battle addiction, and then to relapse, and then relapse again, and then to hurt the people that love you, and the people that love you that hurt. Oh, I know that had to hurt. Because apparently it just seemed like their whole family battled addiction. The dad was going down the line like, my dad, my grandfather, my great grandfather. It was like going do. I'm like, dang, this whole family has an addiction, a battle of addiction, and it's hurtful. But Joey said that Michael was there holding him and like saying it's gonna be okay, you're gonna get through this. He felt like Michael rescued him, and he said he can do the same for him. And I'm like, okay, Joey. Okay. So anyway, we end up wrapping it up with T and Rob. So T actually meets up with Rob's mom for lunch, and Rob's mom, she don't even, like, when T arrives, she speaks or whatever, Rob's mom don't say nothing. I think her name is Kate or Katie. We're gonna call her Katie. She don't even speak to her. She just kind of just like look at her. She don't even look like she want to be here, and then she comes out and says she don't want to be here. So the mom asks like, why do you want to reconcile now? You've had all these years, so why now? And she said, the mom's like, I'm still in my feelings about the money situation. And she's just like, I don't want to be here. Oh, we definitely see, because the mom was like, you caused a rip between me and my son. And then T was like, no, like, that was Rob doing with the money. I didn't do that. I told him to let you keep the money, but he insisted on me getting the money back from you. And the mom was like, well, you should have called me, and because y'all over there, y'all living good. I can barely get up here. I had to take care, I think she had to take care of her mom or something. She said, I could barely get up here. And it's like, okay, this is where I have like a little issue with the mom right now. Because it's like, you expect your family or your son to take care of you. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I'm one of those people. I love to take care of my mother when I can. Whatever my mama needs, if she needs something, I will get it for her. But it's not like my mama don't ask me for anything. That's the thing. She doesn't ask me for anything. We having a conversation, she's talking, and I just give it to her. I give it to her. It's rare that my mom asks me for anything, because she know like, you don't have to take care of me, but I want to. Okay, that's the thing. I want to. But this mom is acting, so to me, she was kind of acting entitled. Okay, and she's like, y'all living good up there, and I'm over here living like this, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh Lord, this is not going how I thought it was gonna go. She's very upset that they living great, because apparently Rob has a business with his brother, and they make money, and Rob is gonna come out here with a savings account. I'm like, wow, what kind of business does he have? I'm gonna have to Google this to see myself. So yeah. And so then the mom started talking about how she preferred the ex over the wife. I'm like, oh, girl, now, yep, this is my time to go. My time is up. You have a great day, Katie, okay? Have a great day. Because she was like, the ex was more concerning. Like, she would call and check on me. She would be there for me. She would be more concerned for me, and y'all just forgot about me. And T was like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave. And Katie was like, you wanted to talk? And I'm like, well, why would you bring this lady up, like bring up the ex? Clearly he's not with this ex, he's with her now. Okay. And T was like, I don't feel like I should be compared to the ex. And that's fair. She shouldn't be. You should not be comparing this woman, your son's wife, to the ex. Katie, what, you really that mad? But she's like, nobody's concerned about me. I'm pretty sure that I guess Katie just wants them to take care of her. That's what it sounds like to me. And it sounds like that's what the ex was probably doing. I'm not sure. I don't know. I just know that I think that Katie was kind of being a little bratty right there. And I kind of was like, no, that's not cool of you, Kate, mate. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me today. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments about this episode, especially about what do y'all think about Kate or Katie or whatever, Rob's mom, because maybe I need a different opinion on that. But I just feel like I don't know, she had my blood boiling a little bit. I was like, here we go, you acting real entitled, like you just have to have, like, you're entitled to this. But anyway, again, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments about this episode and Katie and her mess. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.